Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic.
And I am Most Evil Form.
And today we are reacting to RWBY. Well, me, because she is not allowed to talk today. This will hold for like 5 seconds, so enjoy it as long as... Okay. Well, we discussed a little bit after the last episode. Additionally, will not repeat it now because you don't want us to go through all this again in the beginning. So just that you know, the episodes, and not about her censorship. The episodes get to us because we are really thinking about a lot, and especially about the production and the, let's call it screenwriting in the end, how characters, the scripting, thank you, how characters behave, especially about the fact that in the last episode some characters simply disappeared and reappeared, and characters, in this case John, were moving all through the room and no one was reacting. So that is what our main criticism is, because we're waiting. I would like to have direct action from all characters. And I think that's it.
And that it's probably caused by, okay, there is this, the scripting issues, time issues, directing is not as easy. Yeah, that this could also be part of the, not a problem, but of the whole construction of this episode and the fight.
Yeah. However, I still agree that I like this series. Didn't say we this time. I hope Evil still does too. Well, we want to see what's happening in the next episode because we had some guesses.
Yeah.
And a good thing, I just found out on YouTube that episode 14 is out today in like the last minutes. So we will possibly react to that one as well today. Maybe not. Depends on if I live after this episode. So here we go. It's RWBY. Hey. Which brings me to, we remember that we've seen the moon 2 episodes ago from the front. Yeah. I'm still waiting if there's anything happening with the moon. Because
an explanation why the moon is looking like he's looking. And my assumption is that it was from a fight between the gods.
Something like that. I think, wasn't there something like they broke the moon? Wasn't there something like it mentioned?
Could be.
It might, well, maybe it was in this last big war as well, but...
Now this also makes sense that, you know, between Cinder and the Spring Maiden, Raven was flying through.
Oh. Didn't catch that one. But she's not the maiden. She completely whooped the butt of Weiss. Aha. This one.
Uh-oh. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, she trained that one.
Whatever it takes to shut you up. You guys doing okay?
I think so. She's coming too. I just wish this would go faster.
How about you don't complain and just be thankful you unlocked your semblance when you did?
My semblance?
How else do you think you're healing her, dummy?
That's,
oh my.
He's not that stupid.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
I don't think I'm healing her. Our aura heals our bodies. It feels more like I'm using my aura to amplify hers.
Wait,
that makes sense.
Aren't you worried about running out?
Pierre once told me I've got a lot of it. I still believe her.
So you can amplify auras. Ouch. Oh.
Oh, but this is Nora's job. This was electricity.
John.
Yeah?
What's happening?
You took a heavy hit. You need to stay with me while the others fight.
That's...
Outfit.
Good to have you back, Wes.
Yeah, good to have you back. Wow. Hazel's kid.
Behind the face of a child. A monster like you must be stopped. How many more children must die for you?
Why is that her job?
Yeah.
His semblance. He can block out pain. It's how he's able to handle injecting so much dust into his body.
I don't need him to hurt. I just need him to go down.
Whoa! And now the fight is outside.
What's going on in there?
None of your concern.
Wow. Fire. Crap.
Stay focused. Our friends are almost done here.
Adam!
There we go.
Blake?
Who is that?
Stand down!
Wait! To think that I went through so much trouble to find you, only to have you deliver yourself to me.
This isn't what's right for the Faunus. Stop what you're doing and we can end this peacefully.
You're wrong, Blake. And you can't stop us.
No, I can't. Not by myself.
That's why she didn't come alone.
What?
Who's there?
Your brothers and sisters.
Mata?
You have your reaction.
Stop this.
Make no mistake, brothers. These are our enemies, and we will not let them ruin.
Ah, that's
Adam Taurus, this is the Mistral Police Force. Lower your weapons and surrender peacefully.
Huh?
What's happening?
I'm not sure. How are you feeling?
Better. Much better. Keep it up.
Ha! Buff me.
How did you do this?
Adam, it's over.
And it's over for all of us.
Hey, wait!
Huh?
What are you doing? Trying to get us all killed?
I am making humanity pay for what they've done!
We sent someone over to confirm your explosives. And once we did, she disarmed them.
Yeah.
What do we do?
This is your business, not mine. Fix it.
Fix it.
Alone.
Told you, Adam. It's over.
Ah!
Like a broken arm. Nope.
Well, his emotion got the best of him.
Kill them!
Seriously? Oh well. Well.
Yang?
Yang, go!
Ooh. He's attached.
Nice.
Bernal was a decoy the whole time. The last Spring Maiden must have trusted you a great deal before she died. I bet that was a mistake. Aura can't protect your arm. It's grim. You turned yourself into a monster just for power. Look who's talking.
Oh, interesting.
Even bigger sword. What the heck?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they will destroy the wall of the entrance.
This is Dragon Ball.
Yeah, man. I thought the same. This is so Dragon Ball right now. I have a theory. Ooh. What's up, Cinda? Oh,
Enough yet? Shut up! If you were stronger or more clever, then maybe you'd remember to watch your back.
Headshot. Oh, there was a mask.
A room below. It will shatter, huh? But we will not see her death, so it's unknown if she survived.
Thank you, Vernal.
Oh. for the tribe.
Hmm. Oh, that's interesting.
Makes sense. Oh. Yeah. Hello. No, they ended it there. Sure they did.
I had hoped that she sees how a raven opens the door, though, so that she knows that she is the Spring Maiden. Right now, it's unclear.
Yeah, true, true.
But we still got the fight in this episode.
I was in the moment when she was walking to the door, and or was touching it, and it opened up, and she was then walking towards it. And they showed her feet moving, you know. I was half expecting that Cinder was behind her and stabbing her in the back, stating, "Same goes for you," something like that. You know, that they came full circle with the "What's your back" story, but they didn't. Okay, so yeah, agree. It's not absolutely clear whether or not Cinder is dead.
Yeah.
She fell into the darkness, being frozen all over.
And she has fire, so
yeah, it's when we see her next time, she is even more shattered than she is now. Even more stuff.
Ooh.
No, didn't want to mean it, but it was fitting. But I have a theory about... so Cinder stated that the last Spring Maid must have trusted Raven a lot. Which I see. I have a theory. What if...
Now there we go. Rose was the Spring Maiden and Raven killed her.
Exactly. No, well, not killed her. I don't think she killed her. What if the last mission that Rose was on was to find the Spring Maiden, recover the Maiden's power, whatever. She was connected to Raven. Raven has the ability to connect to people and use the portal to them. So something happened. She got the powers, was injured, was dying, something like that. And Raven came there. And by being there as the last person, got the powers, and possibly they made some kind of contract deal, don't know.
Well, I don't think Rose was the Spring Maiden simply because if she would have been, I'm pretty sure her last thoughts were about Ruby. Then Ruby would become the Spring Maiden.
Maybe. I can see your argument. But
it could be, I mean, there could be another story which unfolds. But yeah, I see why the theory is there, but I disagree because I'm pretty convinced after all we've seen and everything, and if we would say that the soundtrack is canon, Ruby would be the last thought of Summer Rose. I'm pretty sure
it would make sense too, no question. I think both would work. So it wouldn't work if your theory is true. But if Raven was there in this moment and Rose kind of wanted to give the power to Raven to make sure that Ruby is safe, something. That's why I mean they made some kind of contract. But even then, yeah, it's complicated because the thoughts were about Ruby. I can see your point.
I mean, it's still also possible that someone from the tribe was indeed the previous Spring Maiden, and she got in charge of it because, like say, okay, the tribe was previously ruled or being led by the Spring Maiden, like a elderly person or the person who raised Crow and Raven, because you know they were growing up in that tribe, and that was the reason why she feels owned to the tribe and why she was the one as the last thoughts.
Yeah.
So it could be this too. It could be that they will never explain it. It could be that they explain it and it's a completely new story with characters involved which we don't even know yet.
Yeah. So, Romain, the former Spring Maiden, the girl we thought was the Spring Maiden.
Benoit.
Benoit? Renoir?
I don't know how she is being spelled,
Renoir.
but I think it's a V in the end, like in the beginning.
Benoit. Okay.
Benoit.
Her. So she died. We've seen that now. She's dead.
Yeah.
She did one last effort to help, but she shot at Cinder. So there was Cinder was stupid enough, whatever, to turn around.
Well, what should have she done?
Sure. The thing is, you could see that both were more neither equal in power, maybe not in experience, but in power, by the fact that their auras broke at more neither the same moment. Which is mainly the biggest problem right now, possibly for Cinder, because when her aura is broken, it's very unlikely she can free herself with fire right now. Maybe. But that's why I said for the tribe. So what she did and what Raven did is still for the tribe. It is about saving the tribe. So there is this allegiance, there is this inner belief they both had.
Well, the thing is, I was what made me curious was this very little thing where she was hesitating for a moment. Raven was hesitating before she was touching the door. Like she was, okay, should I really do this right now?
Yeah, I can see that.
This was the most interesting thing because usually Raven is not the type of, like, she made up her mind and she's going for it. And this was, I think, one of the first times we see really her hesitating for no obvious reasons, in the sense of, okay, this will not getting people killed or some sort.
Not sure. The thing is, I asked myself, for what reason do you go for the relic now?
To have a position of power.
Sure, but she already has this position by being the maiden. So the relic will cause problems, whatever you do, because anyone can use it, as far as we know. She's just the one who is able to get it out, but anyone could use it. Why would... It is like, there are 4 A-bombs in the world. You can take it out, but why should I? I just leave it there. No one else can get it out. I am the key. I have the key. That was a moment I thought, like, it would be possibly better to not open the vault. She has it, but Cinder has been fallen. She's gone. If anyone later comes in, Cinder is gone. The maiden lies dead on the ground, and the Raven is gone as well. So what will everyone else think? Either Cinder won and Cinder killed her and has both powers now, or one of the powers is with Raven. In both cases, they would go to find her and confront her. So possibly that's why she went for the relic. For every other reason, it doesn't make so much sense, because in my opinion, it's more dangerous now if she has it.
I think that in order to be in a position of, I'm not sure what the power of the relic actually is. Let's say it actually gives you more power, and she is the Spring Maiden, and she has the relic power, which gives her a completely new position, you would say, against Salem, against anyone.
Yes.
And she was found before. Like, she knows that there is now a risk that she was being found and that her tribe is found. And she was not able to completely defend herself. And I think she knows that she's unable to defend herself against Raven. So I think,
at least the tribe.
And
maybe
and
herself,
in this moment, I think, let me grab that. And
against Salem. Right?
I would not say directly against Salem, but this gives her a much better chance to defend her people.
I mean, until this moment when Cinder came into her camp, and the others as well, it was like Cold War, to say so. Everyone was building up, but still nothing was happening. And this was the moment when she knew, okay, the first shots have been fired, we are at war again. And that's the moment when, I guess possibly it's like, okay, so let's get the A-bomb just in case.
Yeah, that would be my opinion in this case.
Okay, that's the one thing. Yang appeared, so that's definitely gonna be interesting. I guess she will try to convince her mother either. I mean, I don't see... Although, her aura was broken, so there might be a fight, but I don't think so.
I think, her aura is broken, but she still is basically agile and everything.
And OP.
Yeah, and while Young is missing an arm right now.
Which was a very nice scene, which I liked. So she was angry, Mercury grabbed her arm, and she fell out of the anger. So there was a...
She had a control.
Exactly, there was a controlled decision. There was a clever move. It was not about, I fight you. It was about, I have a plan. I have to do something. And she just disconnected the arm, which is cool that she can do it without a lot of touch or whatever. So it's possible...
Like a mind decision.
Yeah. So it's possible like that she can use like some... That as it is her arm and fingers in the end. So if she makes like a specific gesture, the arm goes off, you know? Stuff like that. So possibly that's it. It was nice. Weiss blocked the entrance, so that was pretty nice and well done. Let's go for the others. So there was some I'm not sure. The whole thing about Adam was a little bit meh. I'm not so happy with it. I really like the fact that when the people of Menagerie came in, that we had what I discussed last episode, the moment that the members of the White Fang started to question what's going on. And were lowering their weapons and so on.
And then they, in the end, still followed his orders. That's
that was a bit sad. That was, I mean, the first shots were shot at the ships, so not at the people from Menagerie. But then possibly they even fought against them. So that's a bit meh. Would have been
It
nice
was also very curious because, you know, Adam was only showed with 4 people. I mean, seriously?
Yes.
This was what was putting me off. He is not there with just 4 people. They plan to basically put down, even with 4 people, this canyon. This is not serious. There has to be.
Strange, yeah.
This is like, I was expecting, okay, that they maybe are not all like located in one place, but I was expecting when they were coming from the flanks, the
whole army. Yes.
I mean, there were so many people. This is like, okay, there's a huge organization, and I'm pretty sure Adam put nearly all of his people there.
Yes.
And they're completely not there, and I'm like...
That definitely felt strange. I mean, it was possibly still the thing about the tower, bombing it, rigging it.
Yeah.
And the full attack hasn't started yet. Maybe that it is. Because if this is meant to be the attack already, that was sad.
Yeah.
I guess the full attack will start later on.
It could be that they are spread over the town, yeah. But
so that's the only thing that makes sense. It was nice to build up that the people came in and everything, although you got to question how they, without being seen,
that's the next thing. And the airships and the whole White Fang in the city
it was
saying anything.
Posing entrance. It was this moment of overpowering. I had mixed feelings about him losing his grip. I liked the fact that he lost his grip, that he was upset and everything, but it looked designed wrong. You know, he was shot from the side and he was shouting, and it just looked like too much and too fast, especially.
This is the thing which they did with Adam and with Cinder, that they, if you look at them when they first appeared and look at them now, they are got completely out of control.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if this was meant that way, because I think it's too much. Or if it's like, we planned that ahead and we need this. It just feels like a little bit of a loss, especially if you do it to several characters.
Yep.
Because now basically Hazel is falling in the category too.
As well, yeah, true.
So
I see what you mean.
You have more and more characters who are completely like,
I mean,
out of reason, crazy, angry.
For Cinder was a little bit turned in the other direction as well. We discussed not going after Ruby. But for Adam, it was completely... This just made no sense anymore in this scene. So he is there with 4 men. I think there were like 12. He had 3 troops of 4. But whatever. He was there completely overwhelmed, power-sided, you know? He could see that the father of Blake is there. I mean, he knows her. He's aware that he is a capable fighter. There are hundreds of people from Menagerie. There are 3 or 4 airships above him. And he instead chooses to go after Blake. For me, it was more surprising. Like, he was saying, the humans will pay, but I will blow up all of my people. Like, you know, the people from my homeland. Hey, I will take you with me.
Yeah, and this is like...
But that makes sense for me because
there are nearly no humans he would sacrifice with that.
Okay, but he was upset. So that was one, I would take everyone with me, okay?
This would have been something which I would be, okay, this is like, he is in a dying state, he was attacked, he was like, really, you know, fought to the last end.
Or that he could have, like, stated, like, I will do it, like, trying to get away out of it. That would possibly have been the best solution.
And also, like, okay, again, where are the rest of his people? He could have still, like, in the back of his mind, yeah, good, even there are the others are still around and they will find us and they will come if they call them. He was building up all of this trust with the White Fang and he got those bodyguards who are even betraying what's her name again? The previous leader of the White Fang.
He got Sienna Khan.
Yeah, he even got the closest of her bodyguards to betray her. And where are they? Is like
that's true. That's true. Where are those? Yes. Well, there are some positive things. However, I really like the fact that in the design of the White Fang members, they finally openly showed the fact that those are faunus. Because in the past, the White Fang members always looked like humans with masks. Some had a little bit of anklets, but you could not really see that they were faunus. This time, all four that were standing there were clearly defined, and you could clearly see they are faunus.
I think this was always visible. They always had ears or a tail of some sort.
Watch season 1 and 2, it looks like humans with masks.
Yeah, well, season 1 and 2, I had also more black people than colored people.
You mean shadows?
Yeah.
Well, those were symbols for the dark future of the series. However, I liked that thing that was positive for me. I didn't like the animation of Adam in this specific moment when he was shot from the side and shouted at Blake. That looked strange to me. Something was wrong there. And in my opinion, yes, he was upset, and we know he's angry and goes for he wants to hurt her. But it was just stupid charging at her and ordering his people to attack.
Yeah.
I mean, I always think about Torchwick in this moment when he was captured and he said, "Oh, I'm so thankful that you told me the error of my ways." So something like that, that he's like, well, you want this time, and he waits for a better moment, or he tries to get out somehow.
It's really like, okay, the villains are losing their intelligence.
Yeah. And
the very unclever moves. It's like, okay, currently the wins are given to the good guys.
Exactly. That's it. It's same what I said was Ruby in the last episode.
Ruby was super unpresent in all of this.
Yes. Indeed, she was not the important one here. None at all.
She was like, I mean, even when she got beside, we got one move of her against
with her sister,
Yeah, and that's it.
But that's okay for me.
But this was also the credit. I mean, it's her show. I'm losing more and more. I mean, I'm not offended by that. I think the storyline around Raven is very interesting and all of that. But I'm still like, okay, this currently suffers a lot for Ruby in the sense of she's really a side character.
She's going along with the story.
She's really a side character right now.
Well, she is the one that in many ways brought the others to that, to being there. She's the good spark a little bit. Well, however, so the scene outside, yes, I agree completely. It feels a lot like
wins were given.
Wins were given in the last episodes and here as well. And we are not talking about Weiss falling to the ground and stuff like that. We're talking about the moment when the bad guys are winning, they draw back to go to the vault. The moment when there's Adam outside, he has 4 people with him, and in come hundreds of people from Menagerie. That feels just wrong. Maybe, I don't think, but maybe it is something that they are surrounded by the White Fang now, but I don't think so.
We will see.
It's strange. Something will happen. I mean, there's still one more episode right now.
Yeah, I mean, the fight between Raven and Cinder was pretty nicely done, but it was like
too much. Sorry, it was really cool and it was nice, but what the heck were those swords?
Yeah, the swords were a little bit over the top. I liked the spheres, like, you know,
yes.
the sphere thing, which was really giving them, okay, they're special, they're the maidens,
and they were changing, so depending on which element they were using, they changed colors. So
I would have rather liked it if they would switch from weapons, which they created random, and especially swords, to more of a, those magic ability, you know, which
elemental.
This would have been more
as example that like Cinder starts a fire attack and Raven counters with ice. So it's
example,
like, you know,
or wind,
and then
or she basically because this is what makes Raven is more experienced, that Cinder attacks with fire and she takes the wind, swirls it around and uses it against her.
Yes.
Something like that, which also shows, okay, it's not just about power, it's about experience and how you counter that. She's using basically the attacks against Cinder, and she's like enraging more and more and makes more mistakes by that.
That would have been a nice idea as well. Maybe we'll see more of that in the future, because I'm pretty sure Rooster Teeth is listening to it. However, what I liked is the fact that they pointed out that the aura does not defend the grim parts.
That's interesting. Though I thought when the aura broke, I'm not sure, but I thought I saw that the aura was partially over the arm too.
Maybe I think the arm is completely grim by now.
Yeah,
Maybe there was either a mistake or it is just like a rest of it, defending it. But she did hit the arm slightly.
Which was why I was like, when this arm grabbed her, I was like, you can create a weapon out of your mind and just...
Like they did with the Lucklevi in the past. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, come on. This was like, this is... what is happening here?
Okay.
Yeah, this was like, this was feeling off, especially because Raven would totally do that.
Yes, she's clever enough. Well, the fight was nice. A bit OP, in the meaning of it was an OP fight because they're maiden, but then they, in my opinion, they went a little bit too far with those huge swords because they just made no sense. You know, you don't have to have a bigger sword to beat her.
Actually, if you're that agile, it actually slows you down.
Yeah, daggers would be way more useful. Or stuff from afar and so on. So, but it's cool they showed the powers. They those floating rocks kind of gave them the ability to show the flying and agility effects they have.
The Dragon Ball.
Yes, a lot of it.
Maybe it was intentional. Maybe it was like a little
bow to them.
Yeah,
might be. So, well, there was this. Hazel. Well,
this was also very odd. Yeah, I mean, I liked that he said, "Yeah, your problem now." Like, okay, you fucked this up. Now solve it yourself. I liked that. What I didn't like is that he just stood there.
And watched. Yeah, we had that in the last episode. People standing around. Yes, people standing around when they're not in the center of the attention. What is happening else?
Good.
He used energy, so it was clever that they brought in Nora. So
he got stabbed in the back by Weiss, which was interesting. I don't care. I stab you in the back whenever I want.
Yeah, that was nice. I like that they brought back the stinger bees. So I think we discussed this even. That once she beat them, that she should be able to summon them now. And yes, I think that was the queen she summoned.
Yeah, she summoned the queen.
So we learned that the effect that John has is not really healing. It is amplifying the aura of someone else, and thus the aura heals you.
Which now I'm logic and stuff like that.
Now we're going.
She got hit because her aura was broken. How can you amplify something which is not there?
He is able to like give a little bit of his aura to you. So
yeah, but that's the thing when I'm like, yeah, but it's his aura, not hers.
Yeah, but I think he transfers aura. It is the we will see more, I guess, when we're talking about
the thing is, I think it's actually that his aura is not her aura. Because, yeah, both was white, but I recognize there's a small color difference. Her was a bluish white, while he was more a yellowish white. So,
yellowish.
Yeah, it had a tint. It was like, okay. Like, it didn't have that whitish, yeah,
the Schnee whitish.
Yeah, the Schnee whitish.
Okay. I always thought her was more of a silver and his was more white, like a really shining white.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, but in the end, it's different. It's just about being that it's two different colors, or that it was different colors. Yeah, but this would be the thing, because if you cannot make something out of it if it's not there anymore. And I mean, her aura had to be broken after that attack, otherwise this wouldn't have hit at all.
Worked. Yeah, well, I see your point, but I think they didn't think that far. I think they just said, he's there, and then she has aura again. That's it. He restarts it by amplifying. That's it, possibly. So, but it means that apart from healing someone because your aura heals you, We know that from the past. Pirate taught him.
He can support, he can buff.
Exactly. He is the buff bot now. He can support. So if we think about the abilities that others have, he could possibly like give Ren the ability to cloak a whole team. Give Nora even more power, wherever you would want that. I'm
not that happy, to be honest, with that, because I mean, we have already like Vice, who is exactly that function. By using her glyphs and everything, yes. She already and this is something nice because it needs cleverness and placement and stuff, and he is just like
more
go.
Well,
if it would be healing, but healing would be actually good, because you know this is like very OP in the sense.
He does healing by amplifying.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like too much in my opinion. It's like, okay,
to give him additional buff.
You cannot just heal, you can make things stronger, you basically make an additional shield maybe because the aura gets stronger. I'm not sure about
that.
His
abilities are very limited with this amplification. He only strengthens the aura, and the aura has the effect of healing you and protecting you and
making you stronger.
Are connected? Not really.
Your semblance is
connected to a semblance, but if your semblance is not strength, it doesn't make you stronger.
No, but I mean with stronger, it strengthens your semblance.
Yes, but like, if your semblance is, you can copy stuff.
You can copy. Well, the thing is, you could maybe, for example, copy more, like not just one copy, but 2 copies, for example.
So that's why I said, let's think about it. He would only give a bigger effect on the semblance a person has. Ruby would be even faster. That's it. Yes, it is a cool thing.
And that she would be healed.
Yes, in case of healing that we had already.
No, but it's both. It's not limited.
Yes, she has both, but she would just... There's a team fight. He's standing in the middle doing the thing.
That's the next thing if you need attachment or if it's like wireless.
What? Yeah, good point. Yes. Does he have to touch? If he has to touch, it will not work for most semblances at all. Because many of them are movement.
Or if it's like a charge, like he goes before the fight, he's like...
Yes, and then how long will it
last? And if it's like limited, or if his aura is recharging...
So, let's guess he is improving the semblance of others. How long and for how much? And is it a difference if he gives it to multiple ones? Will it then like...
spread out and...
Yeah, exactly. So, and there are a lot of semblances where it doesn't really work. It doesn't matter much. I mentioned Velvet in this case as copy effect, that she possibly then can just hold the copy longer. Or use it maybe twice.
Yeah, or for Ruby, it's not just that she's getting twice as fast, but for example, we all know that you have to concentrate, and it exhausts you, and that basically
maybe this exhaustion is gone. Yes.
Yeah, that it exhausts you less, so you can keep up with that longer.
But I think it would work. I think it would be okay, especially if just guessing he starts on a low level. Because that is a thing of training again.
Sure.
Right now he is just like, hey, I will fill up your aura. That's it. Which is great already, because it means complete healing.
And that's why I said I think it's a little bit too OP to give him on top of that healing more and more and more and more. And it's also a shame because, okay, why would you need... Maybe they need it in the future because they are now... I mean, at some point they have to face Salem. So you have to power up the level, I guess.
And Salem will do this. All your auras are gone.
That would be something I would really enjoy.
All your bases belong to me.
All your bases belong to us.
Exactly.
It would even match for her to say us instead of me. Because she's like,
she's a queen.
We are many.
Which is fitting as well. Yeah. So, and we will... How was it? We will take your physical and sociological specifications and will order them to us.
Yes, yeah.
Something like that it was. I'm not so sure about the Borg thing.
Yeah.
So I think that we had more neither. I mean, the Hazel fight and the people jumping in, Nora was quite cool, absorbing the power.
So what will happen in the next episode?
Exactly. Well, unless something is completely surprising now, and there is like a second ring of people around the ring of people.
Which I actually hope, to be honest.
Otherwise it would be what the heck was the plan? Although it would answer are they really attacking the city?
But still, only he would not show up with just a few people.
And especially it would have been completely over the top to bring everyone from Menagerie. She could have gone alone with her dad, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, there are 5. Well, we have son, me, my mother, my dad. Let's ask 2 more people.
And I mean, they couldn't know that, but it would actually not need Adam's attention. No, if it's like, okay, go there and
just send me 5 men.
Yeah.
Who are good with explosives. So,
right.
Well, maybe there's like a second ring, another plan we haven't seen.
It was not. It was way too easy to get rid of those explosives. By the way, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll give that the shadow of the doubt, seeing that Ilya is from the White Fang and thus possibly knows how those explosives work.
But there were many bombs, and that she got.
She had a lot of time.
We don't know that.
She had a lot of time. She's completely sneaky. She was there
and that's the next thing.
She was there 3 episodes ago. I saw her on top of this tower. You couldn't because she was shadow, but there is a black spot, and that was her. Seriously, we don't know.
We don't know, but it feels like way too.
Yes,
you know,
I see.
The threat is immediately gone, and like, what?
Yeah, well, however, so hopefully there's like another plan going on for the evil guys, because right now it feels too cheap and too easy how the good guys won.
But actually,
although I root for the good guys, it's a bit
don't give him the wins. This lowers the good guys. In
exactly,
my opinion.
they have to earn it.
Yeah,
so that's one thing.
And actually, even if there is a second ring of attackers, it would even lessen Adam again because he tried to kill everyone. It's like, why would you do that if there is a second ring? It's just a very
Let's say there's nothing happening like that. They will possibly catch Adam. I mean, he lost his sword. Escape. He cannot kill. How? He's completely surrounded.
But you forgot what his sword ability is. He kills with 1 hit.
He lost his sword.
Who tells us that he's not getting it back? It's not like with the others where it's not losing her weapons before.
It would be a little bit cheap if he would be able to get his sword, and well, we will see. So, however, this plan itself is over. The question is what happens between Yang and her mother.
Yeah, and now, by the way, when Cinder is gone, what happens to those 2 there?
Exactly. That's a good question as well. And what's going on with Hazel? Because, well, okay, so he's standing against someone. And there we are at the moment again. So, just by what I want to see, I want to see a really cool fight of the team RWBY against the 2 of those guys and Hazel. On the other hand, there are 500 people outside, including police forces. What are they waiting for? Why shouldn't they just storm in? There cannot be... Just by realism, there cannot be a fight that goes longer than half a minute or a minute. And then this room will be full of people interfering. Should be, possibly.
I would say either Hazel escapes now and because of the new situation, or he is being like overdoing the dust stuff. He will probably inject a 3rd crystal because he just injected the 2nd one. He didn't even use it yet.
Yes.
And he probably basically put this on top, and maybe we see what happens when you use too much, which would
just
probably...
body-sided.
Like, yeah, that you are burning out of some sort, or that you actually die from it. Like, something like that.
I guess it's like a propellant. Your body goes faster, and there is a moment, yes, he doesn't feel pain, as we know now.
Which is the problem in this moment.
Exactly. So your body normally would say, stop it, you're killing yourself, which he doesn't feel. So possibly there will be a moment where his head explodes, his heart explodes, he just starts bleeding because everything opens up. Might be. What might be a thing if they're doing it cleverly, and in this case it means I really would want to see something I say, that was a cool plan, is what's kind of rescuing the evil guys. That he has some kind
plan
of
B.
portal, some plan B that brings him out of there.
He is plan B.
Exactly. That he is plan B, and possibly even gets Adam out, Hazel, and the 2 here.
I guess that he even wouldn't have told them that he is plan B. Like, you guys are sure, but I make safe, you know, because he is the guy who is in the background controlling stuff and like, okay, I'm the back up.
And it would be cool because it would put more meaning on him, as he was stated and reinstated all the time, being the first time we've seen it, he was just sitting there and like criticizing what Cinder was doing and how she's acting. He was an ass. But it would totally fit if he would rescue them now and say, you know, I told you from the beginning, but you kids just don't want to listen. That would be very fitting. I would like that.
Something like that. That plan B.
So let's see what of it is. There's another episode that just came out. I want to watch it. So here we are. This is it for this time. My name is Relax and Panic.
And I am Most Evil Life Form.
Goodbye and out.
Bye.